Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and today we're going to be reacting to the Season 1 finale of Overlord, episodes 10 through 13. Where we left off last time, as has been with most of the Overlord sets, it's been a little while since I've recorded it, but where we left off last time, we had the whole deal with Clementine and the other asshole, whose name was really hard to say, so I never actually wrote it down because I was like, this guy's not going to last that long. And sure enough, they didn't last that long. The one dude got fucked up by Narbaral, I believe it is pronounced, but one of Momonga's battle maids. And then Ainz himself, he fucked up Clementine, and that was really funny. There was a very edgy, very awesome, but definitely very edgy scene where he fucked with her at the end of or during episode 9, and that was really cool. But it was a pretty fun set. It was a long set, a little bit of a more normal set here, shaving off an episode, but that's not gonna last for long, knowing some of the sets that are coming up pretty soon. But it kind of evens out in the end, really. But yeah, at the time I'm recording this, I believe Overlord Season 4, I want to say, is done recording. Not recording, is done being released. And I'm almost to the point where the first episode of Overlord will drop on the channel. This is being recorded. Oh man, I actually am forgetting the date. Well, it's about Monday morning. It's close to about 5:30 a.m. Monday morning, September 26th. And yeah, we're watching some Overlord. And again, it's about 2 weeks or so, maybe a little more. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, we're not that far away from when I'm recording this, we're not that far away from when the first Overlord video dropped, which is kind of cool. It'll be nice to have the show, to see the show on the channel, as it always is with any of the shows that I record in advance a bit. Definitely looking forward to finishing the season. Obviously, we had the big kind of cliffhanger at the end. Shaltir supposedly has betrayed us. I imagine it's a little more complicated than that, but whatever the case may be, we do have these next 4 episodes, I presume, to dive into her character more. I thought it was a weird choice to spend as many episodes as we did focused on Ainz hanging out with not any of his main, seemingly with one of his battle maids, but not having significant focus on Albedo, Sebis, Mare, Aura, Kokaitis, Demiurge, Victim or Gargantua, who we've teased but not, properly gotten to see, and then of course, or Shaltir. I would especially Albedo and Shaltir, because they're kind of set up to seemingly be the two that are gonna probably be the most aggressive and probably the two most popular characters, if I had to guess, as far as trying to fuck Ainz. So it's going to be interesting. I'm definitely curious to see what would lead her to such a thing, what scenario came up, given that they seem to, and the way they're programmed, but just in general, they seem to basically have absolute loyalty to Ainz. And yeah, it's an interesting thing. So obviously I have nothing to really go on, because that's just where episode 9 left off with, I believe it was the end credit scene actually. But yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to get some more Shaltir, learn about her. Certain friend of mine, probably know who, maybe, is a big fan of her too. So I do know that much. So I'm definitely curious to, I feel like, properly meet her. Like, we've gotten to see some shenanigans with her and Albedo and stuff, but I feel like we haven't really dived into Shaltir, and I'm excited to do that now. So let's jump into episode 10 of Overlord in 3, 2, 1, and play.
You call this a meal? It tastes like dog food!
My apologies, madam.
Enough! I do
Understood, my lady.
What's going on here?
Zach!
Yes, miss.
Stop stuffing your face and get the carriage.
Man,
I
that
want
girl's
this
got
town at
big
my back
tits.
within the hour.
Interesting. What mission are you on?
Please return to your meals, ladies and gentlemen.
God, I love his voice so much. Even if every time, I definitely hear Bradley every time.
Excuse me, miss.
I'm afraid I took the performance too far.
Wow.
Please forgive me.
There's no need to lower your head to me, Celestian. I'm supposed to be your butler for as long as we continue this charade.
Yes, that is true for this mission.
Hmm.
However, as a member of the Pleiades, I am your
Yep,
subordinate.
so another
first and
battle maid,
foremost,
okay.
Master Sebas.
Well, Lady Shaltir has most certainly grown anxious to play her part in all of this. I will let her know the time has finally come. By the way, is Zach performing as we expected?
Yes, sir. As we speak, he is meeting with a filthy man in the back alley.
She's perfect.
They are planning to attack us somewhere outside the city
Disappointed.
and use
Hot.
me for all manner of unspeakable things.
Oh, I bet.
I am happy to hear it. Everything is unfolding exactly as Lord Ainz predicted.
Interesting.
One more thing, Master. I'd like to have that man once he's no longer useful.
Hot?
It would be best to ask Lady Shaltir first, but I'm sure it will be fine.
Thank you very much.
And why are you so interested in him?
He thinks he will get to enjoy a piece of me.
Oh.
So I thought I'd let him have a taste.
Oh.
A little slice of heaven before he sees hell.
What in the literal fuck? Interesting. So there's definitely a disconnect between where we left off and where we are now, so I'm curious to see how they double everything back. All I got are bones. I really like this song, but I think my biggest complaint about this OP is it went a little overboard with the English. But it's also almost doesn't have enough English, because I feel like you either have to go all the way and have almost a full English song, or it's just a little too much English, I think. It's weird. You guys know I have a weird relationship with English in anime, in Japanese songs. It's a really good song, though. It's not my genre, though. Which I say that even though I basically like all genres of music, we're pretty close to, at least. But, I don't know. True vampire, huh? I wonder who that could be referring to. Totally not Shaltir Bloodfallen. I think that's her last name.
Let me guess, Sebas. Our
There
unfortunate
she
prey
is.
finally took a bite of the bait.
Yes, wonderfully.
It's about time. With any luck, we will find a magic or martial arts user that will suit Lord Ainz, and we will return to him soon.
If I may, my lady, there is something I wanted to ask you for some time now.
Go on.
It's quite apparent that you and Lady Aura do not get along well. I
Oh.
was wondering if there was a special reason for that.
Because
I always
she's...
thought we got along fine.
Yeah,
There's no bad blood between the two of us. I simply tease her because my creator, Lord Peroncino, decided that I should. You see, that flat-chested insect creator,
Oh!
Buku Chagama,
Christ.
is actually the sister of Lord Peroncino.
I never knew about this.
I happened to overhear my blessed creator talking about it with Lord Ainz one evening.
Ah, flashbacks to when they were
Is
playing
something wrong,
games.
Peroncino? My sister is the lead voice in the new H game I just bought.
Oh!
Well, Boo Chagama is a
that's
popular
weird.
voice actor these days, but I totally feel your pain, man.
I was itching to hit it hardcore, too.
Ew.
Better save those
Ew.
tissues for another day.
Ew.
What is a voice actor?
Apparently, voice actors have an incredibly important job. Bringing new souls into beings that are otherwise soulless. To put it plainly,
Basically.
they bring things to life like any decent god should.
I see. Thank you for sharing all of that with us, Lady
That's
Shantia.
lovely,
Mine was
Meta.
both.
Learning more about the Supreme
Voice
Beings
actors.
is truly humbling.
What the
especially
fuck?
from you, my lady.
I do appreciate how we're
Why
getting
don't you come outside?
the little
They wanna play
memes
with
about. I bet they
Let
do.
me have a go afterwards, right? I mean, I am the one who brought them.
Bro wants sloppy seconds. Or more like sloppy 80ths. The lolly. The fucking lolly vampire over here.
This ain't your lucky night, sweetheart. Just go along with it and we won't take your life, okay?
Ew.
You got a hell of a pair for a little girl.
What the fuck? Hit him with the "you got a hell of a pair"
As
for
if
little
I would
girl.
let you defile me with your dirty hands.
She would let someone else defile her
Things make
with
far
his
too much racket.
base. Well, this is going well.
Magic caster!
This
Yes
is
and no.
already boring. Do me a favor,
Not just.
clean up the rest of them.
But how? Who the hell are these people?
Mr. Zag, this way.
What the fuck? I didn't actually see tits, but maybe there were tits. Bro, what the fuck?
Stop it! Stop it! Oh God, someone save me, please! Have mercy!
That is pretty twisted. That's hot. That. Okay, you know, I'm
It looks
most
like we
definitely
managed to
not
do
into
nothing but
vor, and
waste
that
our
was like
precious
borderline
time.
vor, but that was still very amusing.
Lady Shaltir, we have found the nest of these humans. There is a man among them called Brain, who is adept at martial arts skills. Apparently, he fought on equal terms with Gazef, the royal head warrior of this kingdom.
I know that name.
Not bad.
I believe he's considered the strongest fighter in Riestes.
This brain sounds like the perfect candidate.
Indeed, he does.
Mhm.
However, Solution and I must part ways with you here.
Something
We
tells
have a
me he's
mission
gonna be
collect
quite
information
disappointing.
in the capital for Lord Ainz.
Okay. So I'm assuming this is before.
May we meet in the great tomb of Nazariq.
Of course. Can't beat the great tomb of Nazariq. Even though, when I look at the spelling, I just want to say Nazariq.
Sounds like a party.
Well, you look like a fucking anime character. What the fuck? Somehow he looks more like an anime character than all
Frank,
these
thank the gods.
super
We're being
ridiculous
attacked.
anime
Yeah, that much
characters
is obvious.
in relating
How many?
around
Right.
Ainz.
There are two of them, both women. Women? Are you pulling my leg?
No, you really aren't.
I'll handle this one. Head back, fortify our inner defense.
Jesus Christ. That's really cool. Just collecting the blood of the fallen. It's totally not my name or anything. Damn.
A vampire, huh? Great.
That
This'll be fun. Very fun.
But you're all by yourself, sir. If I were you, I would call the rest of your friends, then you might have a chance.
Don't need them. Those morons would only cramp my style anyway.
My, aren't you brave?
Aww.
No. It's my turn.
Holy shit. Bro's like, I could potentially get
My
aroused
name
by
is
this.
Brain Unglaus.
I'll write your name down.
And you are?
Oh, so that's what we're doing. How utterly adorable.
He is adorable.
My name is Shaltir
Blue hair is
Bloodfallen.
sick.
I hope you will entertain me well before you perish.
She thinks she's unbeatable. Typical monster.
Oh, she is. For you. And actually for probably most of the
But she
characters,
won't
even
be
in...
faster than my God Flash strike.
Oh, she will.
And she can't get past my perception field.
Oh, she can.
Now.
I take it you've finished with your preparations.
Bro, why do I feel like she's just gonna walk in?
All right, then let the massacre begin.
What the fuck?
Gazef. I developed the God Flash and Field so I could beat you. And if I combine the two of them, I will. Blade technique. Whistling wind.
With a finger!
How? There's no way.
Yep.
I think you just realized how futile this is. I may be a petite and beautiful little monster,
What the
but I'm
fuck?
also cold, cruel, and ruthless. If you have another attack, you should try it now. What's the matter? Was that all of the martial arts you know?
Martial arts? Is that what you think I was doing?
Oh, he wants to go out. He wants to go out with a fight. I can respect that. He didn't just try to run away, but Jesus Christ! Just got a freaking fingernail.
What's wrong? Are you tired already? I thought you'd have more stamina than this.
Oh, I love all the sexual undertones too.
Strange.
It's
I
great.
thought you used martial arts to increase your strength and speed. But I don't notice any difference. You're just as weak as you were before we started. If you want to make a good impression, you, sir, are going to have to work a lot harder than that.
She's giving you a chance, bro.
There is still hope for you. The fact that you know martial arts means you might be of minor use to my beloved master.
I'm such an idiot.
Come on, are we playing a game of tag now?
Yes,
You
yes,
really
that's
like
one
to
way to
fool
go.
around, don't you?
Yep.
Too bad.
This is literally gonna be the whole show, by the way, guys. It's just
I've
them
wasted enough time with you as it is.
just shitting on everyone in this universe. Yeah, Shaltir's having a lot of fun. I'm sure she would enjoy a lot more of a challenge, but...
It's Brain. The hell? That's strange.
Oh, God! Yeah. Oh, hello! Someone got a little too excited.
Let's play hide and seek.
He's craw.
A vampire! Fire at will!
Honestly, just imagine that blowjob.
Shoot her!
What the fuck? I mean, you want to talk about a suck, right? Good God. She got sick of just going for it. She's like, I'm gonna do the direct suck now. Oh, you're a beefy boy. But you got a lot of blood for me. Yep. Bye-bye.
Time for the main dish.
Where's Brain?
Lady Shaltir, I'm sorry for intruding, but there are humans heading this way.
Girl is way too excited now.
As I thought, a vampire! Imbue your blades with silver! Don't look into her eyes! We must fight to escape!
I know I have to capture them, but I want to kill them. I want to rip them.
Is this potentially going to be the betrayal? Ah! So much for capturing them, Jesus Christ. Oh no.
I think I'll save you for dessert!
Well, that's potentially a good thing. Hopefully she survives, because that would be sad. But yeah, those two are fucked. I don't remember her name if her name was said, though.
My sweet tooth is calling. Let me gobble you
Oh, yikes!
No, it can't be. This is... Capture her! Bring her to me alive!
Yep. Yep, that saved your life, so you should be happy. Hot? Hot?
Look in my eyes!
Is it like mind reading or mind control?
Where did you get this
Mind
potion?
control works.
A man clad in black armor gave it to me at one of the inns in Rantau.
Could she have been given orders by the Supreme One? No. He was probably making connections. What were you and your party doing out here?
It was for a job. We were hired to find a group of soldiers turned mercenaries. When we sensed that something was off, we split up.
Split up? There are more?
Yes, ma'am. We had a ranger stationed further away in case we were ambushed or the worst happened. He's probably on his way back to Rantau.
Then, the scream I heard was... Ugh! I'm such a fool! Come, children! Find every last human in this forest.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
devour them.
Jesus Christ, Shaltir. I know, you're fucking everything up.
Sure.
Wait, that's a good thing. Oh, I was waiting for her to say wait. That sounds kind of
My
hot.
children were defeated that easily.
Ooh. Interesting. Who could this be?
That one is strong.
Use it!
Okay.
You're in my way.
Trying to protect her. That's some holy shit! She's still a vampire. I'm sure she has some issues, but that works! Just kill him. Yeah, just kill her ass. God, this music.
I'm afraid I must report that Shaltir Bloodfallen has betrayed us.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Master source open. I see. This is why you believe Shaltir betrayed Nozaric?
After we lost contact with her,
Yep.
I checked the master source and discovered this abnormality. And the vampire brides that accompanied her have both perished.
Is there a chance Shaltir has died as well?
If that were the case, her name would disappear from the list. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened.
The NPC list, what the
She's
fuck?
got a point. If we were still in Yggdrasil, the status marker would indicate that a third party has used mind control magic and temporarily turned our NPC into an enemy. But that should be impossible. Since Shaltir is undead, she has a passive skill that nullifies all forms of mind control instantly.
That makes sense.
From what we've gathered, there are talents in martial arts in this world that did not exist in Yggdrasil. Is it possible she has fallen under the influence of one of them?
I do not know. However, it does not change the fact that she has revolted. I suggest we send a hunting party to deal with her immediately.
That's a bit
I will lead
brash.
our forces.
You just want a chance to fucking kill her. I know she's kind of being serious, to be fair. Yep.
No, I feel that would be too hasty. First, we must confirm whether she has revolted of her own free will or not.
If something like this can happen to the NPCs, I need to find out what it is and how to counter it.
Yeah.
Or Nazarick will crumble.
Yeah. Because that actually could be a threat.
She is displeased with me, or our treatment of her, I would understand.
Displeased? If she truly thinks that after you've been so merciful to us, I won't allow her to live!
Please, Albedo, calm yourself.
Classic Albedo.
Remember, my old comrades created all of your personalities. They made you with all of their hearts. That includes the bad qualities, as well as the good. You were made exactly as they wanted you, and I love all of you for that. So, if Shaltir has indeed betrayed me, she is simply following the path that Peroroncino laid out.
See, I was gonna say, I don't know if she liked that or hate that.
He loves me! He loves me!
Girl is a fucking monsoon down there.
Yes, I know, but all includes me, doesn't it? Am I right, my Lord Ainz?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Lord Ainz,
better wait. That's not what I...
This is the greatest day of my life.
I bet it is. Anyway, what the fuck?
We must find Shaltir.
I don't know why, that looked like such a fate shot there. With Shaltir. I was thinking that felt like we were a bit deep into the episode at this point, so that makes sense that was the end. Don't wanna cry? Don't you give me your love and passion? But yeah, that was definitely an interesting episode. Kill it! Kill it! Yes, sir. Calling him a man is kind of generous, but given that this is a goated band, I will forgive them. Interesting. That was episode 10 of Overlord, and this is the beginning of the Shaltir is no longer with us arc, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it probably has an actual name, or maybe it doesn't, who knows, but there was definitely some interesting things in that episode. That was quite the informative episode. We learned a few things. I mean, we got to see, I assume that's supposed to be Shaltir's true form, so to speak, but at the very least, we got to see what she looks like when she gets really excited and goes full vampire, essentially, and that was pretty cool. I like the tongue. I thought the giant tongue is always funny looking, especially with all the razor sharp teeth. It creates the the worm that's gonna eat you kind of imagery. The worm that comes out of whatever, right? The giant, you know what I'm talking about, or like the fucking thing from Star Wars or something. It kind of gives that type of imagery, which I really like. I enjoyed her character. We've gotten a degree of it, but this was an episode that was largely focused on Shaltir, as I expect the coming few episodes in the rest of season 1 to be about her, and like I said, to focus on this arc, given the way that it seems like my sets have been structured. So I am really excited to see where they go with her. Obviously, she's not betraying Ainz and Nazarick and everything, but it's clear that shit was going down, and maybe not as well as she could have imagined, and she got herself into some shit. I mean, she can certainly, I'm sure, get herself out of this shit, because, again, the power level differential is insane, even if it does seem like there are some interesting things that this world has that Yggdrasil did not. So there's certainly going to be, there are potentially dynamics that could get a bit interesting in the future, but it doesn't seem, even if, I don't think this show is about being challenged in that sense. I think it's more of a, I think this, again, this might be overplaying what I think the series is about, but I think the series is more about Momonga or Ainz, whatever you want to call him, about Ainz's evolution as a character and whether he more resembles the human that he was once upon a time in his real life, or the Overlord that he is becoming, right? And how he becomes, and basically how him slowly losing his humanity. And there's already signs of that with just how he has a lot of humanity, but there is certainly elements of it that are clouded. Probably a combination due to the fact that he played this fucking game all the time, and the fact that he obviously is an actual demon now, which leads to, not even demon, but a fucking, essentially Overlord, which leads to all this fucking weird shit that he's dealing with. So you got an interesting combination of sauce here, and I think that's more the point. I think it's one of those shows where the fact that the characters are overpowered is a mechanism, but isn't really that related to the actual point of the series. See something like One Punch, or for a kind of comp to that. But I definitely am curious to see what we do with Shaltir's character, because she definitely feels to me like, obviously Albedo is like the co-main character, but I feel like after her, Shaltir feels kind of like maybe even the third most important character in the series. We have all these other people, like I said, Mara and Aura, we have Sebas, everything, all these other potatoes, Demiurge, my boy, but I feel like Shaltir, especially because she's the lolly vampire, which is weirdly enough, based on the various series I've watched, this feels like a fucking thing in Japan. But so it's like, and like I said, I expect that she has probably comparable to Albedo for most popular character, because she's a lolly, but she also has titties, and it's like, and she's a vampire. People love all that shit. And then Albedo for obvious reasons as well. So I feel like a character like that, and the way that she's been positioned, I feel like she's going to get a lot of focus in the series. So I definitely think these are going to be this is a really important arc. And it's because it's really we're really establishing Shaltir right now. And I'm just curious how this arc is going to do that. We started to get a little bit, we got to see her playful side, which was really cool. We got to see how she's playful, kind of sadistic, the different traits that she has, which is really cool. I'm enjoying seeing how they operate in regards to who they see as lesser beings, which is essentially everything besides their master. So it's fun to see them interacting with humans and the like. That's really hot, and we got to see some of that in the last set, but not obviously through Shaltir, but through Nuberal. But it doesn't matter. The point is that it's really cool to see them kind of shitting on humanity, because probably deserve it regardless of our power levels and the like. But yeah, fun episode of Overlord. Obviously left on a cliffhanger. Episode 11 probably will as well. Episode 12 probably will as well. Hell, episode 13 might have a cliffhanger for season 2. Who fucking knows? But anyways, let's jump into episode 11 of Overlord. Alright, let's jump into season 1, episode 11 of Overlord in 3, 2, 1, and play. As always, for whatever reason, these files love to suss out.
This is bad. I never thought I'd have to resort to using a god-level item.
Lord Ainz.
Interesting, so she just chilling
I told
there.
her not to disturb me.
Oh, we're gonna get to her again.
It's okay. Forget about it. What do you need?
You received a message from the Adventurers Guild. The leader Ainz wants to meet with you. A vampire has been terrorizing the area outside of Irantel. The guild needs your help. They sound desperate.
I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Let him know I'll be there soon.
Yeah, he's bigger. Yeah, it's like 2 birds and 1 stone, basically, because there's the same problem. Interesting. Now, Shaltir versus Ainz sounds a lot more interesting. And that is another way that they can make this a little more interesting if he has moments where he has to fight his own people. All I got is bones. And miseries. Yeah, I bet you do burst into laughter. That is a funny detail. The fucking Hamsky fucking running. Misery World, indeed. We're almost done with Cladanoia.
Thank you, mithril-level adventurers, for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with me. Now let's get down to business. Last night, 7 adventurers were attacked, and 5 iron-class men were killed. They claim it was a vampire. She ambushed them in the forest outside of town. Here's what we know. The monster has
I'm not writing
and a large
your
mouth
name.
containing very sharp fangs.
That describes
Yep.
Shaltir to a T.
He's like, I know who
If
that
this creature
is.
is indeed a vampire, we need to keep it from entering the city at all costs. Left unchecked, it could turn Irantel's populace into slaves.
Was this foul beast involved in the recent cemetery incident?
Well, I'm sure Mr. Momon here would know the answer to that. Must be nice to get bumped up to Mithril after only one quest, huh?
Don't be like that, Igvarj.
After investigating the cemetery, we know without a doubt that Cyranon followers were behind the attack there.
Wait, Cyranon? The dangerous cult obsessed with the undead? Then
Yep.
the vampire has to be involved with them.
We can't say that for certain. Though if I had to guess, it's a decoy. Sure, but it doesn't take a vampire to kill iron plates.
Let's just concentrate on finding the fiend. She was last seen near some caves. I'll send out a search party.
I'm positive this creature is not affiliated with Cyranon.
And how can you be so sure?
That vampire is known as Ponyo Pinyum.
What
the fuck? Ponyo Pinyonko.
So is this honey pot, I take it you're
Wow,
familiar with
that's
this monster.
hilarious.
Indeed, I have quite a history with it. I've been tracking her for years. She's powerful. Not just any man could compete with her strength. But my team will get rid of this nuisance for you, no problem.
The hell you will!
You're sure you can kill her?
Definitely. Because I have this. There is 8th tier magic within this crystal.
That's impossible. Everyone knows the 8th tier is just a myth.
No way. That thing's a fake.
I can get it appraised, but we'd be wasting valuable time.
Your reward?
Details can be hammered out later. However, I expect a promotion to Orichalcum.
Holy shit.
Must I demonstrate my strength time after time?
As you wish.
I'm going to.
You'll just slow me down.
Damn,
How dare
what a
you be like you
savage!
talk to me like that? Screw you!
Oh,
We don't
he'll
even know how
screw
powerful
you.
this vampire
I
really
mean, not
is.
that he really
Knock it
can't.
off,
Well,
Big Barge.
he'll use
There's
his
no need for
fingers,
such
just
hostility.
finger your ass
Tag
or
along if
whatever.
you must. But I warn you, it means certain death.
Jesus Christ.
Bastard! I can't believe this, you monster! I'm gonna kill you! All of you!
I explicitly said this would happen. You
Yep.
have no one but yourself to blame.
Bro, we're
Now
gonna...
it's time to face the consequences of your actions. Death might come swiftly.
Damn you all!
Damn! Holy
That was
shit!
satisfactory, my lord.
Oh,
Yes,
it was.
Excellent job. Those men were so weak. It was a waste of time to call for you.
So, what should we do with the bodies?
Take them to Nozarik. Let's see if we can create high-level undead creatures with their corpses.
It will be done.
Sounds fun.
Mare, I need you to escort Nobril, and Hamsky as well.
Yes, Lord Ainz. Lord, afraid to go
God,
to
Hamsky's-
Nozarik, Hamsky is. If I do eaten, I will be.
You'll be
You are
fine.
the property of Lord Ainz. As his pet, no one would dare eat you.
If you say so, Mistress Narbrol, in your hands my life is.
Mistress
Alberto,
Marvel.
let's
She's probably
continue
not
our
used to
mission.
being called
Lord.
that. And of course, the big two over here. Make it the big three, really. So she's just been standing there for God knows how long.
Shaltir.
Yeah, she's like...
Shaltir, answer your master. You disrespectful little
Be
wet...
quiet! Can this really be happening? No. It's impossible, but Shaltir is clearly affected.
Is
even though
that...
she's undead.
Is that the
I
girl?
can
Is
see there
that
was a battle.
somehow
And
the
Victor took control of the
redhead
mind.
girl?
Then, she was left here alone without any orders to obey. And now she waits.
Is that the redhead?
We
and
need
the
to break this spell over Shaltir. Though it's a shame to waste such a strong magical item on a counterspell.
What is that?
A super rare ring. It's known as Shooting Star. 3 times a day, it lets the wearer cast the spell, Wish Upon a Star.
I hope she's impressed. This thing wasn't cheap. Cost me my entire summer bonus.
I bet it did.
It's powerful.
Fucking,
never
you gotta
seen
love,
Super Team Magic?
you gotta love fucking...
I've only heard rumors of its existence, and that it's stronger than a 10th tier spell.
Jesus
Correct.
Christ, how
Using
it?
it
We're
requires
just
a
going
certain
up on the
skill set.
tiers.
One that I happen to possess.
Of course you do.
Magic points don't affect the spell at all, and there is a long casting time. However, we don't have to worry about that. This ring cancels out the casting time.
Of course
Plus,
it
activates
does.
the spell without using any experience points. I should be able to release Shaltir in no time flat.
Keep saying your nerd shit.
But
Damn!
besides,
That...
Shaltir's a servant. It's unnecessary to use such an important item on her. Oh, your compassion knows no bounds.
Yep.
Shooting Star.
Yep.
Now ring. Cure Shaltir of all her status effects. I command you.
It's not gonna work because that's not Shaltir.
It doesn't make sense. Someone here is stronger than super tier magic? No.
We're leaving. Alberto, let's go.
Lord,
Yeah, there is something weird going on right now.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
are you okay?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have acted that way in front of you.
Damn.
Something go wrong with the spell, my lord?
The ring was definitely activated correctly. However, the wish was not granted. Only one thing is capable of withstanding a super tier magic spell. And I honestly
God.
never thought this world could contain such a power.
No way. You mean...
A world-level item. Alberto.
A
the
world
security
level
of
item,
Nozarik
huh?
needs to be raised to maximum. Also, every Guardian needs to return home immediately.
Holy shit.
Excuse me.
I love
Lord
the
Ainz
music,
sent orders
too.
for all
We're
of
hot.
us. We're to supervise the first, second, and third floors.
Nozarik is currently following the topmost alert protocol.
Let's use this situation to show the Supreme Beings that we are completely loyal to them.
The all-powerful ones created us to do their bidding. If anyone fails to meet their expectations, then there's absolutely no purpose for their existence.
That's fair.
And they should be terminated at once.
And of course, that's how he feels. Which, I mean, to be fair, that's I understand.
What could she possibly be doing down there?
I can't believe Shaltir would rebel. Sebis, shouldn't we return to Nazarick with all the other Guardians?
No. We were given special orders to continue on with the mission. Our presence is needed in Irantel.
Okay.
You should never question Lord Ainz' wishes. He is a great man. I have no doubt that he will choose the best course of action.
Oh, I love it because it's him. He's like the perfect person to be saying that. He's goated. Ah, okay, okay. We got a little.
Is this your first time in the treasury?
Yes. I couldn't enter without the ring of Ainz ul Gon. It is the only key.
A security feature.
Yeah, we're not going. We're going for a god tier item, I assume.
Glory to Ainz ul Gon.
Of course, that's a password.
Let's see. By this means, you will acquire the glory of the whole world, and so you will drive away all shadows and blindness. At least I believe that's correct.
Wow. Oh my
We're
god.
headed to the mausoleum. It's not far.
Mausoleum? I didn't know there was one.
I guess it has been off limits. Are you aware of Pandora's actor?
Pandora's actor, huh?
I know of his existence, but we've never actually met. Pandora's actor. His power and intelligence rivals my own. Created by the Masters to be the one true guardian of the treasury.
Huh.
If I'm not mistaken, you designed him yourself, my lord.
Yes, that's right.
Interesting.
He's also responsible for keeping our finances in check.
Of course.
Yes.
Lord Tabula, is that really you? Wait a second. It's an imposter! Who are you? And why are you disguised as my creator? You may have copied his appearance and aura perfectly, but I was able to see past your facade. Kill this thing.
Are you sure?
Pandora's actor. Change your form.
Oh! What the fuck? Yeah, I was thinking that that might be the case, but...
Hello, darling.
Oh my god,
it's
that
nice
voice.
to have company.
Of course.
Greetings to my creator, Lord Momonga.
Yep.
You look like you're doing well.
Yes.
Yes, totally.
I couldn't be better, my good sir.
Yep, doing the...
It has been a while.
Yep.
To what do I owe this honor?
Yeah, we have
I'm
an
in need of some
issue.
world items.
Yep.
World item! Changing the world
So-
with immense power!
So over the
Showing
top.
The
What the
greatness
fuck?
of the mighty supreme being!
This makes you look like an
These sacred
idiot,
treasures have been asleep for
Momonga.
ages beneath Nazarick.
And there's the evil
Finally
part.
come to wake them up.
What the fuck?
This dude is so lame!
Yeah! What were you thinking?
Yes, you are correct. I need billion blades, Aegea's chalice, avarice and selfless, and depiction of nature and society.
Jesus Christ.
Outstanding! Great choices, Lord Momonga.
Another thing, address me as Ainz from now on. I'm known as Ainz ul Gon.
Oh, what a great name. It fits the wonderful man who created me, Lord Ainz! Oh no! I wonder how hardcore they're judging me because of this doofus!
They're a little
Just look at
confused,
him.
that's for
what
sure.
What the hell was I thinking when I designed his personality?
Seriously, you made him like he's like a he's like a flamboyant pseudo Nazi. I don't even know.
Let's continue.
Lord.
Believe it or not, there's actually a group. There's people who admire.
What did you call me? I am leader of the Guardians.
What the
And
fuck?
Yuri is second in command of the Pleiades. You will show us the respect we both rightfully
Yuri,
deserve.
okay.
I agree with Albedo on this,
Damn.
sir.
Please forgive me.
What the
I
fuck?
can't control my tongue, not around such beautiful flowers.
I need to talk to you in private. You are aware that I am the Lord who created you, correct?
In fact, I take the deepest of pride in.
Then, as your maker, I demand that you stop with all the ridiculous saluting. That's an order, you hear me?
What?
What?
So, here's the problem. It's unnecessary. Your outfit works since it shows your strength, but all the saluting makes you seem unstable.
Das ist mein Gotteswillen!
I was right!
Speak German in front of me. That's another direct order.
Understood.
He really
Please
is!
obey me.
What the
I
fuck?
can't believe I've struggled to keep my emotions in check because I created this weird idiot. This is more embarrassing than riding a giant hamster.
Somehow, I
Sorry to
agree.
keep you waiting.
What
Now,
the
I'll
fuck? I was gonna make a joke about how some people are into Nazis' fashion.
That you're currently wearing.
Because the German uniforms were like spicy and stuff, and then I was like, this guy feels like the weirdest amalgamation of those people, and then he started speaking German. It's like, what the
enter
fuck?
this specific room with it on, or the golems will sense intruders and attack.
These golems look familiar. Are they based off the likenesses of the supreme beings, my lord?
How perceptive of you.
Mm.
Indeed. I had them made to honor the memory of my old comrades.
That's cool.
They're starting to look shabby, though.
No, they're not. Lord Ainz, you called this place a mausoleum, so then, does that mean the other supreme beings are dead, and that's why there are statues of them here?
To my knowledge, they're still alive.
Crap. I don't know why I just said that to her. Truth
Yeah.
is, right before the game shut down, each of them gifted me their supplies.
Yep.
These items should do the trick. Peperoncino told me to sell them all, but I just couldn't do it. I wasn't ready.
It'll work out in the
I keep
end.
waiting for you all to come back. Please, guys. I need to believe that you are all stuck in this world too. That I'm not alone.
That's kind of fucked up.
What's wrong?
I mean, I understand what he's saying,
it's nothing.
but that's kind of fucked up. Like, I really like the idea of changing his name to Ainz. That was really smart.
Do you see
In
that spot
case
over
they're
there?
there, but wanting
That's where I'll
them
put a
to have
statue
been
of
in this
myself one of
position is
these
kind of
days.
sus.
Please don't talk like that. I can't bear to hear it. It tears my heart. My dear Lord Ainz, you are the only one with enough kindness not to leave all of us alone here.
Yeah.
Master, please say that you'll stay in Nazarick and be our leader until the end of time. We need you. I beg of you. Don't go. Don't go.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna... I was thinking... Poke her chin. Oh. Aww. I was thinking he might do that.
Forgive me.
Promise me something. Say that you won't abandon us. We'd never survive on our own. Not without your wisdom.
I can't promise that.
Why not? Have I done something that has offended you?
No, nothing
Tell me
like
what
that,
I've done and I'll
girl.
fix it. There is nothing I wouldn't do to make
Oh,
things
this
right
is
in your
actually
eyes, my
really
lord.
sad.
If I am the problem, I swear I will repent and end my life here.
Stop it! Listen closely. The only way to combat world item level brainwashing is to fight fire with fire. We have no choice but to utilize world level items ourselves.
So, you're positive? There's no doubt that a world item was used on her?
I'm sure. And the Guardians need to be the ones who wield these weapons. I have a plan. We will be able to save Shaltir.
But how?
The answer is down here, known as one of 20. The 20
One of
world
20.
items of unrivaled destruction.
Interesting.
They are currently in my possession. However, the power of a 20 is so large, it would be expended after just one use. I'm not aware what other world items the enemy holds, so I'm hesitant to cast such a mighty spell right away. In the end, we may not have need for such extreme measures. What's wrong with me? Could I be more pathetic?
No, please don't say that about yourself. The Supreme
Aw.
Ones worked hard to collect all these world items, and we shouldn't let them go to waste.
Of
They are more
course.
valuable than all of the Guardians' lives put together.
Alberto, there is a reason I won't promise you that I'll come back to Nazarick. I'm going to fight Shaltir by myself. I won't promise, because I'm not sure I'll survive the battle.
Please rethink this. It's true that Shaltir has to be dealt with. It's too dangerous to leave
Yep.
her as she is.
Yep,
But
yep.
for me, don't go.
Dude, this is
You
gonna
have
be
an
so
entire
sick.
army under your command.
We're gonna get a
She
crazy
doesn't
fight
stand a
at the end of
chance
this
against the
season.
forces of Nazarick.
You don't understand, Albedo. I have to. Let me explain. There are 3 reasons why.
Alright, let's hear
First
them.
off, I need to prove to myself that I'm a competent leader, worthy of my title. It was foolish of me not to consider the existence of world-level items in this new land. Of course they would exist if other Yggdrasil players are here. I completely overlooked this.
That is
Not a sign of a good leader,
that is the
Our
possibility.
destiny is to rule over Nazarick, my lord. And though we may be lacking, we will do everything we can to support you.
The second reason, I'm not convinced this isn't a trap.
A trap? Are you sure?
Shaltir may be bait. The enemy could be waiting for us to attempt a rescue. And if they pounce, I'd rather be taken alone than risk having my people captured and maybe killed. The final reason is
I'll
I
manage.
may have to exterminate Shaltir.
In that case, let me come with you. I'll be the one to kill her instead.
You honestly
I'm not
think
putting
you
that
could beat
burden
her?
on you. And there's that too.
She is a strong foe. I'm sorry, but it has to be me. Out of everyone who resides in Nazarick, I'm the only one that can overpower her.
It
Jesus.
is true. But you will have a greater chance of victory if you are armed with the world items.
Shaltir is the one who has the advantage in this fight. She is a holy magic caster with strength against the undead. Her body was designed for battle. So you see, there is the possibility that she will defeat me.
I'm afraid you're right.
You have an urge to protect me, which is part of your programming. And your feelings and actions are solely based on your configurations we set.
Lord Ainz, I do not understand.
It's
Damn,
about
he's just
time you
straight
learned
up
why I
telling
am called the
her.
Supreme Overlord. You'll see that I was given that name for a reason.
And now
not
she
be
gets
defeated
turned
by a
on.
person's abilities alone. Remember, Roncino and I used to be very close friends. The outcome of this battle has already been decided.
Damn. Damn, you go from that to just being a
I
badass.
understand your situation now. But please, promise me that you will return. And I will no longer try to stop you.
Give me that confidence. I
If
trust
that's what
you, Master.
need, then I promise you I will come back alive. But first, I have to defeat Shaltir.
Sounds like a plan to me, and that's gonna be the end of 11. Yep. Yeah, this song feels very fitting to play after that episode because that was sussy. That was actually a really good scene. I think that was one of the best scenes of the show so far. A significant one-on-one between Albedo and Ainz, and it was very. It felt like there was actually quite a bit of substance to that scene too, as opposed to just memes, which I appreciate. Even though I enjoy the memes too, so I can go either way, but it's nice to have both. Don't you give me your love and passion? The world without you. Kill it, kill it. Christ, I need more water, which I will be acquiring once we discuss episode 11 a little bit. That's a really sussy line. I know the border, it should be wrecked go. I've not really spent any time thinking about it, but that is actually super fucking sussy now that I think about it. And the fact that it is pretty funny that the ED ends on that line as well, but that is like a super sussy line now that I think about it. Actually, the sussiest line. But yeah, that was episode 11 of Overlord. We have only 2 episodes left, which is pretty crazy in the first season, which means we're about a quarter of the way through, generally speaking, more or less. We're a quarter of a way through the series because we have seasons 2 and 3. We have the newly released season 4. We still have a ways to go, of course, with Overlord, but I am enjoying it, and that was one of the best episodes. It was really cool to have a moment where Ainz panicked because he was like, oh shit, have I totally overlooked the possibility that there are people of significant threat? Because because he overlooked the possibility that he has it in his head, I'm trying to find my friends like the other Yggdrasil players. And yet at the same time, if he's right, and if he's fortunate enough for that to be true, that would also mean there would be other Yggdrasil players, which would mean that there might actually be people who, to some degree, are actually pose a bigger threat than the people from this world that they're in now. So that's a really interesting thing about this setup. And that I really like. I like that, how it's like, oh yeah, everyone in this world kind of sucks, but if there really are more people from Yggdrasil, then there would actually be more people that might be an actual threat. And that creates more of a potential for a way to kind of circumvent the fact that they've basically bitched out this entire world. It does give you a method to get into more strenuous battles and potentially bigger problems, assuming the show in some cases will want to go into more climactic situations like that. And then that's pretty cool. I really like that. I like it. I like the option. I think having the option, even if we're not necessarily going to dive into that much or at all, is nice. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, and obviously we'll find out exactly what did happen to Shaltir in the coming 2 episodes. Probably in this episode, honestly, this coming episode 12, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm very curious to see Shaltir versus Ainz, since it sounds like it will be fairly evenly matched, even if Ainz is gonna make it a little less so with some of the special tools, the special items that he has decided to bring along for this. But yeah, I'll be curious to see how Shaltir ended up in the position we saw her in, because I think the other question here that doesn't really add up is the redhead, you know, she found her, boom, and then it was like, oh, bring her back alive, and then you're in this weird spot with her where we don't know what happened to her. And that's why initially I was suspicious that somehow the brainwashed Shaltir was somehow the redhead, because her eyes looked exactly like the redhead's eyes when Shaltir like mind controlled her. So maybe that's just a general look for mind control, but I was suspicious of that from the start. But clearly there's something else at play here, and I'm curious to see who or what's behind it, and I'm curious to see how it's all going to play out. So, yeah. That's kind of the long and short of it. But I did really enjoy the conversation in the mausoleum between Ainz and Albedo. Like I said, I feel like it was probably the most... Yeah, I think it was the most substantial conversation the two have had so far in Overlord. It felt like you saw the desperation from Albedo, but it came off less of her being like an absolute whore for him and more of her actually legitimately caring about him, which she clearly does, right? I'm not trying to downplay that. She's clearly obsessed with him. It's like a kind of a meme form of a yandere kind of characteristic she has going for her, but it was a serious fear over losing him, and it didn't come from a weird like love sexual type thing, but actually just from the idea that we would be completely abandoned without you, given that all the other supreme beings are gone, and it's just you now, Ainz, and you're our everything. And it felt like it came from a more collective point as opposed to her own just selfish desires, which I really liked. And obviously, Ainz had the great response and was very, very said some cool shit and had a great moment. And of course, earlier on, we had the silly stuff with, oh man, I didn't write down his name. I'm definitely going to go back and write down his name. It was Pandora something. God, I cannot remember the second word, but it was Pandora something, and he's the treasurer guardian of the mausoleum kind of dude that guards the like super crazy items, the world items, and all their treasure, and manages their finances and all that stuff. I'm gonna go back and look at his name in a second once I cut here, but he was pretty funny, and clearly Momonga's a fucking nerd that decided to do something fucking silly as shit, and then now he's realizing, wow, this was fucking stupid as fuck, and now he's just fucked. So that's hilarious. I imagine Pandora is going to be probably a character that's not often seen, but he seems like he's going to be a goated character whenever he shows up in the future. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, let's jump into episode 12, the penultimate episode of Overlord Season 1. Alright, let's jump into episode 12 of Overlord in 3, 2, 1, and play. Okay, he's portaling through, and he's looking interesting.
Aura.
Interesting. Came with Mara and Aura, yeah.
This is where we part ways. Scout the area for enemies as soon as we do. Understood?
Lord.
But if you find yourself outnumbered by even the smallest degree, retreat to Nazarick at once.
Understood, Lord Ainz. We will do as you command.
Excellent. Make sure that you do. Remember, your retreat is an important part of my overall plan. Also, the depiction of nature and society, and avarice and selfless are world-class items treasured by Nazarick. They must never be taken from us. Depending on the situation, they are more important than your lives.
Damn.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Strange.
It's real
I
shit,
use magic
though.
to detect the owner of the world item that's
Yep.
controlling Shaltir, but they aren't nearby. Did they really just leave her out here alone? It doesn't make sense.
No. None of this makes sense, really, and that's what I'm curious to see how it comes out. But clearly some weird shit's going on. Without a doubt, the first really weird thing that's happened in Overlord so far. This might be the last time we get Claranoia, I don't know. Not sure if it'll be in the finale. And miseries. I feel like Overlord, this feels very poppy for Overlord. Like, the lyrics are very fitting, of course. But, I don't know, I feel like this show could use maybe some, like, metal. I'm not saying death metal, but, like, I feel like a really powerful song with a lot of oomph to it. But lyrically, the song is perfect for the show, as is so many OPs, honestly. Bloody Valkyrie, huh?
Now then,
who could that be referring to?
You already know the answer to that. Everything Lord Ainz told me was conveyed over message.
I was referring to why you let him go without support.
It was the Master's call. I simply obeyed it, as I hope you intend to.
Why did you not protest? We could have sent in minions in case this is a trap. If all the Guardians fought together, there isn't a force that could overtake us. I couldn't begin to guess the reason behind his decision, but it is obvious that Lord Ainz was lying to us. Don't pretend that you didn't notice it.
Yes, it is as you say.
Then why did you allow him to leave without support? When Lord Ainz planned to go to Irantel without a Guardian escort, you strongly objected to it.
Yep.
So why would you possibly be okay
In a
with him
much
doing the same
dangerous situation.
Because he was quite adamant about defeating Shaltir with his own 2 hands.
If that's what you need, then I promise you I will come back alive. But first, I have to defeat Shaltir.
Yeah.
His pure determination was intense.
Yeah, we
and as
know.
a woman,
What the
seeing
fuck?
my love so resolute, I simply couldn't bring myself to oppose my dear Lord Ainz' wishes any further.
Jesus
It may
Christ.
have been irreverent of me, but I've decided I don't really care. Besides, Lord Ainz promised he would return to us.
That was so well delivered.
I know
What
in
the
my
fuck?
heart he will do just that.
So you made your decision on emotion instead of
Yes,
logic.
yes.
Did you forget
This is
he's
why
the last of
Demiurge
the
is the best
supreme beings
character.
that created us? It is our duty to keep him from danger, even if that danger comes from his own actions.
That's fair.
He may scold or even kill us for it, but we must do something.
And where do you think you're going?
I'm sure it's obvious. My subordinates and I.
You're still disobeying.
I see. Now I understand why you ordered me to meet you here the moment that I arrived. This was your plan from the beginning.
That's correct.
You're a fool! What if Lord Ainz perishes as a result of this folly? Are you prepared to face the consequences of that outcome? We pledged our loyalty to him. Once he is gone, there will be no one left to serve.
He will return to us. I'm sure of it.
You can't possibly.
Damn, that was such a cool
You
shot.
should believe in your master. As a guardian, is that not also one of your duties?
Damn, hard to argue with that.
All right.
Bro, fucking Helsing looking ass over here is salty right now. Oh, she would
You would
kill
have
herself.
to relinquish a position the supreme beings placed her in? That is blasphemy, Demiurge, of the highest caliber.
As you wish. Tell me, Cocytus, what do you think are the odds of Lord Ainz being victorious?
3 to 7. 3 in Lord Ainz's favor.
I see. Then let's watch as the battle unfolds and witness our glorious master beat the odds.
That's interesting though, because it seems like Shaltir is kind of the perfect opponent for him based on how they explained it.
I wanted to spread the name of Ainz Ulgo so that my comrades might find me. I planned to do whatever was necessary. Still, I made sure to move in secret, so that I could avoid unnecessary fighting along the way. So how? How could something like this happen? I don't know who did this yet, but
No,
when I do,
and there's a part of me that wonders if we're
I'll
not
make
going to
sure
find
that
out
you
in
regret
season
standing in
1,
my
and
way.
that's going to be a mystery
They've
that's
started the fight with
ongoing for
Ainz
a while.
alone, and that is the fastest way to the grave.
Yep. I don't think you fucked with Ainz Ulgo. If the first 11 episodes have told me anything, it's that.
I know there are better ways of handling this. Aura and Mari seem to be convinced, but I'm pretty sure Albedo sold her my lie. As for you, don't you think this is a huge gamble as well, Shaltir? I don't even know if the resurrection mechanics back in Yggdrasil exist in this world, but I'm about to start a battle with our lives on the line. Because
I'll be the one to kill her instead!
I couldn't bear to watch any of you try to kill each other.
Man.
And
I care about you.
I am the great Ainz Ulgo.
That's the
This
real
sacred
answer,
name
yes.
can never be tarnished by defeat.
Of course not.
Body of effulgent beryl. As I suspected, unless I pull aggro with an actual attack, you won't go into combat mode, will you? Just like any MMO boss fight.
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry, Shaltir, but I'm taking full advantage of this. You'll have to wait a little longer. Fly! Blessing of Magic Caster. Infinity Wall. Magic
Infinity Wall,
Holy.
that's a pretty cool name.
Life Essence. Greater full potential. Freedom. False data life. See-through. paranormal intuition, greater resistance.
Good God.
mantle of chaos,
Jesus Christ.
indomitability,
Jesus Christ.
Greater luck, magic boost, draconic power, greater hardening, heavenly aura.
We're gonna be here for about
Soul
10
shield,
more minutes.
Penetrate up, greater magic shield, mana essence, triple maximize magic, explode mind.
What the
Triple
fuck?
magic, greater magic seal.
Of course.
Triple maximize boosted magic.
Jesus
magic arrow.
Christ. This is literally a elaborate excuse to show just how OP we can get.
What's that? I think it's maybe super tier magic. That's supposed to be even stronger than 10th tier.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it a little early for that?
It's more like a skill. It doesn't use any MP.
It may be free to cast, but once it's used, he won't be able to cast it again. A bold tactic, to say the least.
What is his plan? Perhaps he wants to diminish Shaltier's HP quickly so she won't have time to counter him.
I love the seal. It's
Still
pretty.
no
It's
enemies.
really cool.
Interesting. They could be hiding in wait for me, but I can't waste this opportunity to attack. Goodness. I'm really going in blind here.
I'll set that timer for you, Big Brother Momonga.
What the fuck?
Buku Buku Chagama.
God damn it.
I wonder why I can't mute the voice on this watch.
Interesting. Yeah, they're here with you.
I will borrow some strength from all of you.
Yep.
Now then, let's go. Super tier magic! Falling down!
Did you say falling down? It's just white. Well, that was basically a nuke. Or a meteor. Take your pick, I guess.
Be careful, Lord Ainz. I might think you're trying to kill me. Let's try.
It wasn't much of a present, but I hope that you enjoyed it.
Oh, I most certainly did. What a treat this will be. I get to enjoy killing a powerful man like Lord Ainz with my own two hands.
Oh
How
my God.
wonderful.
Interesting. Why are you still calling me that?
Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You are still one of the supreme beings, Lord Ainz. Calling
Aw.
you anything less than that would be the height of arrogance.
Who is your master, Shaltier?
What kind of question is that, Lord? This doesn't make sense. Why do I want to kill my beloved master?
Yeah, she's it's
Because
like
I was
she's.
attacked? Because I feel compelled to?
Huh.
I have to use all of my strength to counter and destroy whoever tries to bring me harm. But why him? I don't know what's going on. But now that I've been attacked, I have no choice but
Interesting.
to tear you limb
That was
from
interesting
limb,
to see
Master.
how it works.
I see. Very well then.
I know what's going on here.
You seem a tad underdressed for the occasion, Master. Did you actually think you'd be able to beat me wearing nothing but dirty rags?
Ainz Ulgo does not know defeat. Before the day is done, you will bow down before me again, Shaltier.
Oh, this is gonna be hot.
Oh, I'm just a quiver with fear!
I'm sure you
Watch
totally
your
are. Wow, 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 wow.
You should
Don't
be
land
more
mine,
careful.
bitch.
I've cast the triple maximize magic, exploding mine in the area
Yep, that's what it
surrounding
was.
me.
Exploding mine.
Maximize magic. Gravity Maelstrom!
Wall of stone!
Yeah, ball of gravity's pretty sussy.
Hold of rib!
Okay, okay. She got out of it though.
I forgot to mention this. I've littered the ground with all kinds of traps. Why don't you flap those wings over to me?
Shame on you! I will not be provoked that easily, Lord Ainz. I'm sure you've made the air around you equally as deadly.
Wasn't that obvious?
Of course, I'm no fool.
I know you, Master.
That was the only mind spell I cast. I don't have enough MP to waste on magic that might not give results. I have to play this smart.
Interesting.
I wonder how much I'll be able to damage her before I completely drain my MP.
As expected of Lord Ainz, if I continue to rush in, it's not going to get me anywhere.
Interesting.
However,
I like the
as a
thinking
magic caster,
aspect.
his strength only exists as long as he has MP left. If I can force him to use it all, he won't be able to counter my constant
Yep, they
physical
basically
attacks.
have the same
He'll
thoughts.
Be finished. This pipette lance allows me to heal myself whenever I land a hit on an opponent, and the amount of HP I receive is equal to the damage caused. Because of that, Lord Ainz
very
cannot summon a creature
vampiric.
to fight on the front lines for him. He knows that weak-level monsters will only feed my pipette lance and keep me alive indefinitely. His spells are his only option.
Oh, my poor beloved Lord Ainz. He has to fight me all alone. It must be so frustrating.
That said, mana essence. He has a staggering amount of MP. How did he manage to obtain this much power? Fortunately, his specialization in necromancy won't give him the fighting edge.
No,
I still have a
won't.
chance. It bothers me that he's not wearing his usual god-level items. But a staring match will get us nowhere fast. I should heal and prepare for the long haul. Regenerate!
He's going for something better than god level.
Gravity Maelstrom!
Okay, gravity maelstrom
Greater
again.
teleportation!
Nice, nice, nice.
How did he stop me?
Drifting Mastermind!
Damn! Woo! He almost cooked her.
Maximize magic! Astral Smite!
Alright, alright. Oh, there's Drew Blood.
Thousand Bone Lance!
1,000 Bone Lance, huh? So 1,000 Needles of Death, basically.
Negative impact shield!
What?
You look so surprised! Did you not know that I had a skill like this in my arsenal, Lord Ainz?
No, but it won't save you.
Just seeing her laugh like that.
Tough. It's absolutely adorable.
Holy fuck.
Do you know about my purifying lance, or should I explain it too?
It summons a holy object.
For a weapon meant to battle magic casters, it doesn't disappoint, does
Well, it
it?
went right through his little thing, so he did it on purpose. He's doing.
Don't underestimate me! Maximize magic! Reality Slash!
Reality Slash. Oh! Oh, that was cool! How they showed that. Oh my god, what the fuck?
That wasn't normal recovery magic.
No, that was like negating the slash of reality.
Losing your composure. Don't worry, I didn't cheat. That was another one of my special skills. Lord Peroncino saw fit to grace me with many of them. I dare say his foresight proves that he was far superior to you as a supreme being.
Damn!
How you truly feel.
Huh?
Let's do this, Sheltier. It doesn't matter how many special skills you have. My magic will always be stronger.
Well, if it's a shootout you want, I'd be happy to play along.
Fuck it. Let's fucking
Don't
go
cry
for
when I
it.
win. I can only use these so many times.
Maximize magic. Reality Slash!
The reality slash again. They're just gonna go in again.
Be careful, Lord Ainz. You're running low on MP. I may have used up my skills, but I still have plenty of
But
MP
he's still
left.
got his
Let's
tricks
see how
left.
you handle my spellcraft.
His big
Maximize
tricks.
magic. Vermilion Nova.
Vermilion Novas are really cool.
Call Greater Thunder!
Damn! You fucking electrocute her ass. And she's like, I'll burn his ass.
He's undead. Fire should have finished him. Let me guess. You used magic to protect yourself against fire.
Compensating for your weaknesses is basic.
True, but he can't prepare countermeasures for all elemental weaknesses. In that case, I'll have to stick with the element that hurts him most. Cast Maximize Magic Brilliant Radiance!
I was, of course, light. Yeah, of course, we're just giving each other.
Looks like holy magic really does a number on you.
Cocytus! What's happening to him?
The holy element is a fatal weakness, even to undead of Lord Ainz level. Since his equipment focuses mainly on protection from fire, he has no way of guarding himself against it completely.
Interesting. But they're both still standing. They both still got a little more juice left in the
I
tank.
used one holy spell after another against him. But in a battle of magic, Lord Ainz is still far superior. Thankfully, I've managed to make his MP drop quite a bit.
Body of a Fulgent Barrel.
Must be defensive magic. Good. I was bored anyway. It would
Of
be
course
much
you
more
are.
fun to rip you apart with my lance.
You truly
Sure.
have me cornered.
Huh? Then why don't you run away?
Aw.
At this point, it seems like your only chance
There's
for
the
survival.
side of her that
You
wants
might be
doesn't
right
want
about
this
that.
to happen.
But, truth be told, I don't care. I'm a selfish man and stubborn beyond
Yeah,
measure.
fuck running away.
I don't want to
That's BS.
It's funny. I feel strangely fulfilled as guild leader. But, given the current circumstances, I don't quite understand why that is. Perhaps no one can. Maybe. It's because that, while I held the position of guild leader,
There were
I mainly
people on
dealt
my
with
level,
day-to-day business and
people even
administrating
better.
regulations. But right now, I am fighting on the front lines for my guild. It may just be
Doing what you wanna
self-satisfaction.
So it's pride? Here, I thought you were beyond such human feelings.
Who knows? You might be right about that. Look at me. I've really dampened the mood with this, haven't I? Why don't we continue our duel?
Sounds like a plan.
Now
Nice.
summon household!
Wow, that's just funny. Summon household, a bunch of bats comes out. Shark? It's literally was that literally a Sharknado? What the fuck?
Body of a Fulgent Barrel, activate! Wall of skeletons.
Hey! It's CG skeletons, our best friends.
Greater magic seal, release!
Alright. Oop, whoa. Jesus Christ. The animation's not bad. Nothing insane, but it's very competent.
Negative impact shield!
Damn! He got yeeted! Holy shit. Alright, what's your next move, Ainz? She's feeling it, but she looks fine for now.
At last, she's using it.
This is what you were waiting for?
Trump card. In Harriar.
Like a full holy...
These numbers are a bit of a problem, but one well-placed spell should be enough to take them out. And Harriar, on the other hand, will be...
Isn't the problem? Oh! That was cute!
That's so cheap! I know friendly fire is allowed, but I can't believe she sacrificed her household to heal herself!
That is actually based as fuck. What the hell? Damn, that's actually kind of broken. What the fuck?
Skill, the goal of all life is death.
The goal of all life is death, huh?
Cry of the Banshee!
Banshee cries? That's always cool. Got this freaking Steins Gate gears going on over here. As the clock keeps ticking.
Game over.
Oh, interesting. What
That
the
must
fuck?
have been quite an experience. How did you enjoy your first foray into death, Shoutier?
I expected no less of you, my lord. For a moment, I actually thought I would share in my household's dark fate. But thanks to the resurrection item Lord Peroncino gave me, my HP is at max and I'm fresh as a daisy and ready to go another round. However, your MP should be running on empty, meaning your offensive ability is next to nothing. And whatever spell you can muster would never take my HP down from full.
You're right.
Still, you are amazing, and I also have no MP left. I had to use my most powerful skills just to keep you on the defensive.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine it would be possible for it to have been a closer match. For being at a disadvantage, you did very well to get this far.
Honest praise. I'll accept it graciously.
Aww.
Now then, do you have any last words before I end you?
Let's see. I suppose I could go on and on about how I'm defenseless without my MP. Or I could commend you for so expertly backing me into a corner. Instead, I think I'll thank you for fighting me with everything you had. And ensuring my victory. If you had fought me any other way, I would have never been able to execute my plan so flawlessly.
Here we go. End of episode. Yep, there it is. Oh, man. Oh, man. I just love the fucking cocky bullshit. You know, bro's about to be like fucking Lelouch or a fucking JoJo's character and be like, ha-ha! My plan! And then he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna explain shit, and then he's gonna fuck Shaltir up. And most likely save her in the process, because there's no fucking way she's dying at the end of season 1. Not her. Not saying that some of these fucks might eventually bite the dust. Who knows? We'll see what happens, but yeah, Shaltir, yeah, no. But yeah, that was the penultimate episode of season 1. That was episode 12 of Overlord. That was one of the most action-packed episodes. I believe it was episode 9 or kind of 8-9 that kind of was similar in the last set, with the big action sequence. That felt like the most extended. I think that was the most extensive action sequence we've had in Overlord, because in the last set we had the 2 concurrent fights that were kind of taking away from each other to an extent, but here we just had one continuous scene pretty much with Shaltir and Ainz going at it, and it was really cool. They had a lot of fun. They had a fight. We kind of got a good gauge as to what a fight between 2 super powerful formerly Yggdrasil related beings looks like. Now, obviously, essentially a former NPC and of course a former player, but we get an idea of what a fight on that level kind of looks like between Ainz and Shaltir, and that's really cool to see, because obviously we haven't really gotten anything other than curb stomps up to this point, because Ainz and company have been fighting people from this world who so far all fucking suck. And the implication really is that they're all going to suck. So yeah, the only potential threats would be other people from Yggdrasil potentially, if that's a thing, which we still have no idea yet at this point. But it is... I'm imagining that whatever his plan has to do has something to do with I forget if it was Mare or Aura, but one of the twins had the scroll, and it had a long name that was very pretentious, and I'm assuming that is going to be related to whatever Ainz's plan was that he has executed so perfectly based on what Shaltir did in the fight. So obviously we'll get that aha checkmate moment in episode 13, and that should be really cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I thought the animation was pretty good. There wasn't any blowaway animation, but it was a lot of animation, I guess is the best way to put it. Again, I don't think this is a show that's going to have any like crazy fucking super well animated fight scenes, but the animation was consistent and was good enough to where it wasn't like it always looked good. It didn't look great, but it looked good, and I think that's fair. And I think that's kind of really what the animations look like for this entire show. It's not stand out, it's not anything that's like out of this world, but it's consistent and it's good. CG not so much, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it just... I could see how, like, the animation isn't something that you're going to really write home about, but it's good enough to where I don't think it hinders the show in any way, which is nice. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I mean, I really like the stuff with Demiurge and Albedo. I think that was really cool. We got to kind of see a further further kind of development on the scene that Albedo had with Ainz in episode 11 with her little conversation with Demiurge, and I really liked that. And we got to see Cocytus kind of be like, bro, you gotta stay here too, because he felt in the same way. And it shows a lot about Demiurge, where Demiurge is a little less loyal, and in the process more like he is willing to be less loyal if that in his mind means that he can best serve Ainz. So I really like that dynamic to his character. So even though that was a very basic scene, that we actually got quite a bit of substance about Demiurge's character in that scene, which actually made that scene more than just a scene. And so that was cool. But yeah, I mean, it was mostly just Shaltir and Ainz jerking each other off, essentially. And now it's time for Ainz to jerk himself off, apparently. So we might as well see what his master plan was and how it all came together and all that nonsense with the final episode of Overlord Season 1. And maybe, and in the process, probably save Shaltir from whatever's got her mind in a twist. And I don't think we're going to get any explanation for it. I don't think we're going to find out who was responsible for it unless it somehow was the redheaded girl, but I can't imagine that that's the case. But whatever's going on, there's definitely something weird happening here. And I don't know, I don't really see us getting to the bottom of it in Season 1. Maybe that'll be a big part of what we do in Season 2, or maybe that's going to be a kind of recurring thing that's going to take maybe even longer to figure out. It certainly adds a bit of a mystery element to the show, which is something that I really don't mind. I think this show can play with that for sure. And that gives us more motivation to further explore the world and get out there beyond just trying to find other members of the guild. But anyways, let's jump into episode 13, the season 1 finale of Overlord. All right, let's jump into the season 1 finale of Overlord in 3, 2, 1, and play. No OP, I assume.
For being at a disadvantage, you did very well to get this far.
Logo,
Honest
yeah, no OP.
I'll accept it graciously.
We could get Cladinoia playing in the actual episode itself,
Do you have any
though.
last words before I end you?
Let's see. I suppose I could go on and on about how I'm
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, this OST is so over the top, and I'm here for it.
Instead, I think I'll thank you.
You guys know I love chanting and like religious sounding singing.
If you had fought me any other way, I would have never been able to execute my plan so flawlessly.
Here we go. Or
In
not.
Player versus player, otherwise known as PvP, the most crucial
PVN,
part of combat is deceiving your opponent with false information. For instance, you could change your armor so that holy attacks aren't very effective, but still act as though they cause you damage. Or hide the fact that you're still weak to fire by fighting through the pain and keeping your composure. I knew you could use life essence to check the state of my HP, so I cast false state of life before we started.
Holy
but
shit!
You were entirely focused on my MP. The next time you engage in PvP, you should constantly check both. Knowing everything about your enemy is vital if you want to execute your strategy.
Holy fuck!
I learned a lot about your abilities while my friend Roncino was creating you. You were his pride and joy. And ever since we came to this world, I've made it a point to memorize all the data concerning Nazarik's NPCs. Even so, after Pandora's After, the one I know the most about is probably you.
But you didn't know my skills. You said so.
I lied.
I thought you'd use them
Wow,
more boldly
he's
if I feigned
actually
ignorance.
fucking Lelouch in this
If you had
shit.
saved negative impact shield
He's a
until the
fucking
very
JoJo's
end,
character,
I
of
doubt
course
I'd be
he is.
standing here talking about this.
That actually would explain Pandora Actor.
Perfect warrior!
Holy shit.
Everything has played out as I expected.
What
Now we'll
the
finish
fuck?
this hand to hand.
Impossible! I thought that armor was lost forever.
It does look familiar.
It should. It belonged to Lord Touch Me, but it can only
Your
be
creator?
worn by a world champion class warrior. Lord Ainz is a caster.
Yeah, there's some shit going on here.
The spell Lord Ainz just used. It allowed him to change to the warrior class and use their equipment without penalty.
Still, the fact that he can don world champion armor is astounding.
Oh, my beloved is truly wonderful.
Jesus Christ!
I know that sword.
Yeah.
Takemikazuchi? Hachishiki?
That belonged to the Lord Warrior Takemikazuchi.
Take Michizuchi, huh?
Didn't I tell you, Shoutir?
That's close to the name of wrestler.
No defeat.
Mm-hmm.
You aren't facing one supreme being,
You're
but
facing
41. The might of all Ainz stands before you now. Sorry, but you were destined to fail before this battle
Jesus
even
fucking
started.
Christ.
Shoutir,
But I wanted to play with you,
there
see
is
how
a
strong
reason
you
the
are.
Supreme Beings of Nazarick chose me as the leader, and you will learn it firsthand. Prepare yourself. It's time I show you the true terrifying power of the man you call Master!
Damn! That was a badass line. Jesus Christ!
You're wide open.
Damn, she took... That's a classic move. She took that. She took that hit.
Did you think you had me?
She took that on purpose. She did a pull the Naruto there.
But how did...
It's funny, there's been multiple things that might have been Naruto references just in this fight.
Holy magic! Get away!
That's so cool how he can break it and then they come in. That's so cool! One punch!
How dare you make me sound so ungraceful! No way! How ye spoke! Impossible! I'll kill you! That is Lord Pararoncino's
Of course.
weapon.
He's
How
offended
could you?
by that.
No.
Yep.
Where have you been hiding it?
Weren't you paying attention? I used a cash shop item.
Cash shop? Those wooden sticks? I'm out of MP and that weapon can only be blocked by magic. Even my special skills are used up.
Isn't that
I
ironic?
was so reckless, I
Your
should have saved some of
creators,
them.
your creators.
Wait.
Now do you understand? Everything happened exactly as I intended it to.
I won't let you!
Let's go to resolve, Shoutir.
Yeah, she appreciates that.
Climax begins.
Jesus Christ!
Lord Ainz is victorious.
Excuse me? How can you know that?
The second he saw that
The way
weapon.
I see it, this fight is easily far from being over.
Shoutir's given up on defense and put everything into offense. It's a desperate tactic.
Yeah.
I would make the same choice
Yeah.
were I in her position.
Yeah.
Lord Ainz is changing weapons faster than she can keep up with.
Yep.
Since Shalltear can't predict what kind of weapon he'll use next, it's impossible for her to know how to defend against it.
That's
One
fair.
step in the wrong direction could put her directly in the path of his next attack. And the bow's range forces her to fight closer.
Yep.
Shalltear has no choice. All she can do is dodge his attacks and hope to survive. He has her cornered.
Exactly. It plays right into it.
Now I understand the situation. Since Shalltear has completely given up on defense, Lord Ainz decided to deploy the axe.
Blood-sucking meat devourer.
Thanks, Kokaitis.
Blood-sucking
Anyway,
meat
the
devourer.
axe
What
itself
a
is highly unbalanced.
very
Size and weight forces the wielder to swing without accuracy. But since Shalltear has gone purely offensive, it's no issue.
Everything in this battle has gone according to Lord Ainz' plan.
Yeah, pretty
His
much.
strategy is the work of pure genius.
Yep.
However,
Totally.
Shalltear can
He
recover
actually
HP
is
if
quite
he lands a
smart.
hit
I'll
with
give
a
him
pet
that.
lance. But Lord Ainz cannot cast any magic spells as long as he's a warrior. Isn't he at a severe disadvantage?
I doubt it will be a problem. The Supreme One assured me that he would claim victory today, and I believe he will.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
nothing Ainz
You have
cannot do.
100,000,000% faith in him. Jesus Christ.
dropping faster than mine. You'll run out first at this rate.
You
Yes.
really think so?
That is how it kind of works.
Hey, Big Brother Momonga. The timer you set is up. That's Lady Buku Buku Chagama.
I'm curious. What do you think the timer was for? If everything up to this point has transpired according to my design, then the timer running out can only mean one thing for the two of us. This is the end of our fight. We've reached the showdown. I've won.
That's so.
What's it gonna
My
be?
HP says otherwise.
A super tier magic attack won't be able to finish you when your health is still full. Which means all I had to do was lower your HP to the point that it could. And I have.
He's just blocking. What's about to come?
I may be weak when it comes to direct physical combat, but my magic defense more than makes up for it. Here I come, Shaltier.
Yo.
Super tier magic.
Yo.
Are you kidding me?
From the beginning.
I could refill my HP a dozen times over before you even finish casting the spell.
That's what he's been doing it the whole time?
Can't be! Another cash shop item!
Oh, yeah, just, too late. What in the literal fuck?
Fallen gown!
Oh, is it Fallen Gown? Or
Hail
Gold?
Lord Ainz Gon, my master. Truly, the Supreme One is the strongest in all of Nazarick.
Yikes.
Goodbye, Aura.
Aww.
So stupid. What kind of vampire lets herself get mind controlled?
Did you say something, sis?
It's nothing.
What about the fight?
It's obvious Lord Ainz won. Come on, we're heading back.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
All
Huh.
that's left is to begin Shaltier's resurrection.
Yeah, now we gotta bring her back, of
Alberto, I need
course.
you to watch her name.
I
while
assume
perform
this
the
will work,
ritual.
no problem.
If she is still under mind control once she is revived, I may have to do the unspeakable.
Don't worry about it. If that does come to pass, we will be the ones to take care of her.
Demiurge.
Something
Please.
tells me everything will
It
be
was hard
fine.
enough to watch our supreme ruler face such danger without his guardians supporting him.
Of
I
course.
could not bear to see you do it.
They
a
do
second
love
time.
you.
I hear you, but...
If Shaltir continues to revolt against Nazarick, then the Guardians of Nazarick should deal with her. Please step
That's
down,
a
my
fair
lord.
argument. Yeah, she let you
I
do that,
understand.
but
Then if that happens, I will let you deal with it, my guardians.
fair enough.
We won't fail you. All we ask is
Don't
that you
worry,
stay by
we're
our
chilling,
side.
we're chilling.
If you
Shaltier's gonna
leave
be
us,
totally
who will we
fine.
pledge our fidelity to? Without a supreme being to rule, the Guardians would cease to have a purpose. Sorry.
Yeah, who would
We know
who
our
would
creators didn't reject us. Still,
who,
it is
who
far
would finger
too
me
lonely
with
when
his
no one
big
is here.
bony fingers?
You're right. It is lonely when everyone else is gone.
Of course.
Continue to protect me, my guardians. Now, let us begin.
Lord! It will cost 500 million gold to revive her.
Jesus Christ.
Shaltir, resurrect!
Damn. I guess this is one form of alchemy. Damn.
Albedo?
Be at ease, my lord. It would seem she is free of the mind control.
Wonderful.
And she seems to be naked, from what I could tell, which is pretty sussy. Yeah! Nice shot, nice shot, nice. Wow, okay, this is gonna be one of those shows. Actually have a little bit of class.
Is that you, Lord?
Oh, bro.
Thank goodness.
Bro, Albedo's about to get
sorry,
so
Sheltier.
fucking jealous.
This was all because of my mistake.
No, please, Lord. I'm not sure what's going on here, but being in your arms couldn't possibly be a mistake. So this is where my first time will be.
What the fuck?
Excuse her, Lord. I believe Shaltir is still out of it.
You must be tired.
Girl out
We'll go
here
over the
trying to get
details
some.
later.
Shaltir really
There's
wanted to
one
get
thing
some
I'd like to
bone.
know. How did I get back to Nazarick when I was just hunting humans in the woods? Oh, and why am I naked on the floor? And why is everyone acting so strange? I hope I didn't cause some kind of trouble for you on Nazarick, Lord
little do you
Ainz.
know. Little do you
You
know.
don't remember.
No.
I'm sorry, Sheltier. Then please tell me what you remember last.
Well, other than hunting the humans, I remember giving you my regards before leaving the Great Tomb to join Sebas. After that, we rode a carriage into a large town.
So the one who used the world-class item on her remains a mystery.
Yep.
Of course.
Do you feel strange in any way?
Look at your tits.
I feel like I usually do.
I see.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
It's gone! My chest is a washboard!
You lamprey! Shaltir, do you have any idea how much suffering you put the rest of us through?
So you've conveniently forgotten. But your peers still remember your blunder.
Yep.
What?
Little do you know.
You did something unforgivable to Lord Ainz. Aren't you ashamed of it?
She doesn't even
I'm
remember.
beginning to question whether you understand the meaning of your existence as a guardian.
Lord Ainz' heart went through such unbearable pain.
Well, all of them are shitting all
I'm
over
angry
her.
with you too. You always drown in your own desires
Bro.
without thinking of the consequences.
They're wow. Wow! They're reminding him of his boys. That's awesome. I mean, they're essentially people at this point, so sort of, kinda. Fuck it. Bitch about to sit on your lap. What the fuck?
We await
That
your
works.
orders.
That's a cool shot. Bro, Demiurge looks so fucking funny with the fucking doing the glasses thing with the fucking
As leader of the
smile.
Guardians, I
Smile.
recommend scolding her mercilessly.
That sounds hot.
Don't go easy on this bonehead, Lord Ainz.
Hot?
Agreed. Harsh words are the least she deserves at this point.
Shaltir, accept your punishment with humility and grace, okay?
Well, you don't have to be too hard on her, Lord.
Aw.
If you don't mind.
I deserve the scolding. Despite all the information we have gathered, I never thought something like this would be a possibility. The mistake was mine and mine alone. Understand? Shaltir, you are not guilty of anything. I want you to remember that. Always.
Aww.
Thank you very much, Lord Ainz.
Aww.
Demiurge, you will explain everything to her once she's had the chance to rest.
Lord, by the way, Sebas failed to return to Nazarick as
Of course he
Use
did.
bait. We still don't know who targeted Shaltir or why.
Jesus Christ.
But since Sebas was with her, there's a strong possibility that he will be next. Albedo, I want you to gather a team trained in stealth and have them scout the area near Sebas.
Lord,
He may be bait, but I have no intention of letting our enemy bite. If they make even the slightest move on Sebas, we will end them.
Jesus
Someday,
Christ.
we will meet the one who used the world-class item
It's
on
true.
Shaltir.
It's
and
true.
When we do, I will pay back this debt 1,000.
I'm gonna fuck his ass up, or her ass.
What is it, Mare?
You left a big scar on the forest. Would you like me to repair the damage for you?
There's no need
No,
for that.
we want.
Didn't you know? If you destroy a magic sealing crystal, the unleashed power will go
Yeah.
wild. It's even capable of destroying a large area, apparently.
What? No, I had never heard that.
Because I just made it up. But the people of Iran
And that'll be your
accepted
proof?
this truth.
That'll be your
and
proof?
Since sealing crystals are rare in this world, I doubt anyone will waste one to test it. Also, I made a major miscalculation before. It is now plainly obvious that someone out there has the strength to harm Nazarick.
Yep.
And if there's one,
there is
there
actually
could be others.
at least one threat out there.
Nazarick. I was thinking of using my necromancy skills to make an army of undead. But we would need bodies to turn.
I've actually been thinking about that, Lord.
Huh?
It's true that undead soldiers could protect us from most intruders, but they are relatively powerless overall. Case in point, one human corpse can only become an undead of level 40 or below.
You make a good point.
There's a village of lizard men in the area. Aura found them while scouting. I wonder what kind of undead their corpses would make.
Fuck?
You're saying the Black Scripture, the
Let's kill
strongest
some
sect of the
lizards.
entire slain theocracy, were defeated by one measly vampire.
Yes, Your Holiness. Lady Kyrie tried to stop it, using the downfall of castle and country. But she was injured before the mind control could fully take hold. He retreated shortly after that.
Interesting.
How do you propose we deal with this situation?
We don't know the whereabouts
Downfall of
Meagher
castle
from
and
the Sunlit
country.
Scripture. And the Windflower Scripture is currently pursuing
And this
the
is
traitor who stole
actually-
the crown of wisdom from the shaman princess. With our
Huh.
forces spread so thin, the only thing we can do is keep the area under basic surveillance.
I'm not seeing
And
who's
if there
talking.
is someone with the power to defeat that monster, we should be wary and keep our distance for now.
Understood, Your Grace.
Interesting.
everything?
So people actually from this world, it looks like.
Up and ready to go.
Interesting.
Miss Nabe, we're in your hands now.
I will escort you to Karn. Once we're there, my comrade will take care of you. Please follow her orders exactly.
Right. Let's get going.
Yes, sir. We're living the life out here. Sort of. Now we still got a few minutes left.
Put a rule there.
It's even bigger than last time.
Inferior!
Henry!
Time to smash. Yummy.
Hey there! Nice to meet you. Lord Ainz has ordered me to take care of you. I'm Lupus Regina, but call me Beta.
Beta, huh? That's hot. We are bait. Oh shit. There he is, bro, still alive.
Know you. Unglaus. Brain Unglaus?
Gazeth.
Yep.
I'll be damned.
How about that? What are the odds that you two ran into each other after he got a wake-up call, practicing a move that he learned to fight you?
That's the third adamantite class adventurer in all Riestes. So that's him, Momon, the Raven Black Hero.
The
And
Raven
Princess
Black
Nabe's
Hero,
with him.
huh?
Hey, I heard they were the ones who destroyed that chunk of forest while they were fighting. You
That's
believe
close.
that?
That's
they might
close.
be strong, but they're still human.
Only a handful of people.
You're just assuming they're human.
That's why adamantite is the highest class you can get. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being the most powerful adamantite of all time.
We've already finished the last job. We'd like another one, please. Something more challenging.
I'm so sorry. I don't have any. None of the current postings are worth an adventurer of your caliber, Mr. Momon.
I see. Actually, you know what? That's perfect.
Huh?
I remembered something important. I'll be in my room. If anything comes up, will you let me know?
Sure, why not?
The Inn of Shining Gold, right?
Sounds like sounds fair.
Gargantual to activate. Call victim as well. Have the Guardians ready to move by the time Cocytus returns. This time, we're all going in together.
Yeah, let's go! Get the whole squad. And we got the OP playing in the episode, and now we got the ED. And it actually looks like there's gonna be no end credit scene or anything. It looks like that's just it for the season. Don't wanna cry. Kill it, kill it. I'm sure you would, Albedo. I'm sure you would. Apparently. And into black. Fade to black. Fade to black. That will do it. Oh, man. Wow. Wow. That was season 1 of Overlord. Holy moly. That was season 1 of Overlord, all right. And it was pretty nice. It was a good season. So episode 13, I mean, I'll talk a little bit about episode 13, and then I'll kind of talk about my overall thoughts on season 1 of Overlord. Episode 13 was really nice. I enjoyed the conclusion to the fight. It was cool. Kind of just, busting out all the big shit and being like, hey, I got my shit, and fucking up, Shaltir. This was a great demonstration of all the things that Shaltir can do, though, and I think that was really cool, and will be cool for when we get to see her fighting later on down the line against people, hopefully, of some challenge. Might have to wait a while for that, though, but we'll see. And what I really liked about her fight was how there was a deep level of, I think, mutual respect within the fight, even if both parties felt like they were going to win in their own weird states, and she was in a mind-controlled state, so it's extra complicated there. But I really like how that all played out. I thought that was very fitting for the two of them. I also really enjoyed when they resurrected her. It's cool to see that the cost of resurrection is so high, so it's not like he can just do that all willy-nilly. He needs a lot of fucking money to do that, so, if he loses another person, that's an actual problem. I wonder if the cost is higher depending on, like, the actual power of the potato, or if it's a set price for any potato. Whatever the case may be, we'll potentially find out down the line. I would imagine that we will lose a few servants eventually. We'll have to see, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did occasionally lose one or two down the line, but not for now. But yeah, it was really interesting to see how all of them, after they resurrected Shaltir, how they all kind of were like, they were kind of like happy to see her, but also like, what the fuck, bitch? What the fuck are you doing? It was kind of really funny, and that's kind of the reaction that Ainz had. He kind of was just like, wow, this is great. He was actually having fun, and we had that really important moment where all of his potatoes reminded him of his old friends, of the other supreme beings, and that was something that was really cute. And it's cool to see that to some extent he is enjoying himself, to some extent he is having fun, and to some extent he is at least living a life that does have some level of fulfillment for him, and that's a really good sign, because that means that that kind of shows more of his humanity, and like I said, I expect a bit of a tug-of-war between his humanity and his supreme overlord self, right? But really cool stuff. I did really enjoy that, and overall I thought that was a pretty fun episode, a solid finale, a solid season finale to what was a very solid season. I don't think this season was amazing, but it was good. It was good. There really wasn't... it's one of those things where it's like there wasn't a lot that really blew me away, but there really wasn't much of anything that I didn't like, right? I think the show was cool. You know, it got a little spicy when it needed to get a little spicy. It was consistent. It felt solid, decent, pretty good. Not amazing, and I could see this show getting pretty amazing. I don't know if it will, but I could see it getting really, really good. But it's fairly interesting. I definitely enjoy it. I don't know if this is one of those that, like, I don't necessarily seeing this being like just a home run blow away, like this is the greatest show ever type of show, but it's definitely a type of show that I'm really enjoying watching, and sometimes that's all you need to be. It has enough nuance to keep me engaged, but it is, at its surface level, it's fairly amusing, and it's fairly interesting, and so it checks all the boxes, I suppose, well enough. And yeah, I'm excited for season 2. I believe we're gonna potentially be doing a interlude video next time for Overlord with like some OVAs, specials, whatever. I'm not entirely sure at the moment, but apparently I will find out soon. And by the time you guys see this, it'll probably have been recorded for quite a while, anyways. But yeah, that was the first season of Overlord. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if I would say, I don't necessarily think I'd say I'm impressed with the show. I had decent expectations for the series, and I feel like it's more or less lived up to my expectations. You know, I really didn't have any clue what this show would be about, but I figured it would be a pretty good show, and it's been a pretty good show. Like, kind of a weird one, right? Where it's like, it's not really, I feel like it hasn't really exceeded my expectations. It hasn't really been lower than my expectations. It's kind of met my expectations, to be honest. I mean, I had fairly decent expectations for it, so that's not a bad thing, but it's interesting. I definitely think my favorite character so far, man, it's weird. I don't really know. You know, I could see the argument for Momonga. I could see the argument for Albedo. I could see the argument for Shaltir. She's pretty fun. You guys know I love Demiurge, but like, it's hard for me to actually say he's my favorite character when he hasn't really had any focus yet, even though I fucking love him. And then, yeah, I mean, Clementine was amazing in her arc, obviously, where she's Gonzo Alonzo, but she was fucking great. But yeah, I mean, Pandora's actor is fucking great, too. I want to see more of him. He's hilarious. But Sebas is awesome, too. Like, I would definitely say, like, Mare and Aura are cute. But I think without a doubt, my favorite potatoes are probably Ainz, Albedo, Demiurge, and Shaltir, I guess? Yeah, that's probably it. I really like Sebas, though. Sebas. I want to see more of Cocytus as well. He seems pretty cool. The battle maids, the Pallades potatoes, have been pretty cool so far from what we've seen. So they're fun. Was it Nabaral, Yuri, fucking Hevsky is also unironically best character. All memes aside, no. But seriously, I think if I had to pick a best character, I feel like it would be Demiurge if he got more screen time, but it's probably... I really like Sebas. It's weird. This is kind of weird, right? Because there's like these really hot, really vibing girls, right? Like Albedo is so my vibe, right? Because she's like obsessive, and that's like... Usually that's like just arrow through the heart, I'm in love. And to be fair, I am in love. But she doesn't just, like, it's weird with Albedo because I do love her, but she doesn't speak to me. And I really like Shaltir, but I don't think she speaks to me either. This is a weird show where it's kind of the dudes that are kind of speaking to me a little. I don't know. I mean, even Momonga or Ainz is fucking great. I mean, he's weird, and I love the kind of mix of dynamic between. I love the double voice thing. I think that's really cool, and it's a unique play on the inner monologue of the main character because you get a totally different voice for his inner monologue. It's really cool, and yeah, I really like that dynamic that Momonga has with himself. Mari and Aura are cute. They're kind of a package in my mind. You'd be surprised which one has the package, apparently. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like my favorite character is not decided yet. And maybe this will just be one of those shows where I kind of really waffle with that, but I really don't think I have a favorite character yet. I think there's a very good chance that if he gets enough focus, it will become Demiurge, but I could easily see it becoming Albedo, Sebas, Shaltir. I think all of them have a good chance. Yeah. They're probably the contenders, the main contenders, I think. Because there's a lot I like about them. So I really like Shaltir's voice. She's got a great voice. Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say about it. It was a fun season. I'm looking forward to what they do with season 2. And like I said, I think we have another video before that. But whatever the case may be, if you want to support the channel, my Patreon's down below in the description, as is my Discord server. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those of you not yet decided, without any further ado, it is time for me to bid you adieu. Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. And I'll see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.